Hello Gales fans, I'm Kyle Campo and welcome to the Gales Weekly Highlight Show brought to you by Queens TV. The number 3 ranked women's rugby team dominated the Trent Excalibur on Saturday afternoon with a final score of 74-10. Finishing with 24 points in the game for the Gales, Lauren McEwen's 164 points in her career at Queens, which is a new team record as she surpassed former Gale Andrea Wadsworth. In men's rugby action, Queens lost their first game in over 2 years, including the regular season and playoffs, falling 18-13 to a strong McMaster side. James Dent scored the only try for the Gales, with David Worsley hitting the conversion and 2 penalty kicks. And the Gales football team traveled to Hamilton to Ron Joy Stadium on Saturday to take on the number 4 ranked McMaster Marauders for the McMaster homecoming. Queens gave the undefeated McMaster a scare as the game was tied 12-12 in the third quarter, but the Marauders held on for a 28-19 victory. Quarterback Billy McPhee of Burlington, Ontario was efficient through the air, completing 21 of 29 passes for 283 yards and 2 touchdowns and throwing 1 interception. McPhee connected with wide receiver Alex Carroll for 9 times for 145 yards and a touchdown, while Jesse Andrews racked up 131 yards on 18 rush attempts. Defensive back Jan Dika Balatoken had an interception and 1.5 tackles for the Gales. The men's and women's soccer teams traveled to play the UOIT Ridgebacks in Oshawa on Saturday before returning home to take on the Trent Excalibur at the Nicholas McCartney Field on Sunday. Both sides played to a 1-1 draw against UOIT, with Eric Koskins leveling the score late in the men's game, while Jesse DeBoer got the women's team on the board before the number 5 ranked UOIT Ridgebacks tied it up. Sunday's action against Trent, the women's soccer team shut out the Excalibur by a score of 4-0. Jesse DeBoer netted 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes. And Matthias Skoko and Savannah Meyer-Clement also scored for Queens. And on the men's side, Tonko Basilik finished with a low cross from Eric Koskins in the 3rd minute, but Trent tied the game with a goal of their own, and the match ended in a 1-1 draw. The Queens Athletes of the Week for this week are Lauren McEwen of women's rugby and Alex Carroll of football. They are the Queens Athletes of the Week as McEwen scored 24 points to lead the number 3 ranked women's rugby team to a 74-10 win against the Trent Excalibur and set a new women's rugby career points record at Queens with 164 total. Carroll caught 9 passes for 145 yards and a touchdown in the football team's 28-19 loss to the number 4 ranked McMaster Marauders. And on a third quarter drive, Carroll caught 3 passes for 57 yards, including a touchdown to tie the game at 12-12. Don't miss the game of the week. The women's rugby team plays Saturday night at 7 p.m. under the lights at Nixon Field against the number 10 ranked Western Mustangs in the Queens Game of the Week. For GoGalesGo.com and Queens TV, I'm Kyle Campo.